How you doing today? I'm FrankieG, the Cooking Cowboy, and today we're going to be continuing our series on the various functions of the 10-in-1 Ninja Foodi air fryer oven. Today's function, dehydrate. What I'm going to be making for you is some beef jerky. So this is very simple. There are two stages. The first stage is to marinate the meat overnight, and the second stage is to dehydrate. So let's get started with the first stage. So what I'm going to be using for the beef jerky is a top round or a London broil. And the reason I picked this cut of meat is because it's a very non-fatty piece of meat, because fat holds moisture, and moisture is what we want to remove to dehydrate. So what I did to pre-prepare was I already had them cut down into 1/4-inch slices. You can cut them a little thinner, but I like them a little thicker. So next, get started with the marinade. So what we're going to be using for the marinade is a 1/2 cup of soy sauce, 2 tablespoons of Worcestershire sauce, 2 teaspoons of coarse black pepper, 1 teaspoon of onion powder, 1 teaspoon of seasoned salt, and 1/2 teaspoon of garlic powder. So let's get that together. Let's start with the soy sauce. I'm using Kikkoman's low sodium soy sauce. And we're going to use a 1/2 cup of that. Let's take our time here. One 1/2 cup. Next is 2 tablespoons of Worcestershire sauce. We're using French's. Just 1. 2. Put this off on the side. Now I've taken all the dry ingredients and put them together. So what we have here is we have 2 teaspoons of coarse black pepper, 1 teaspoon of the onion powder, 1 teaspoon of the seasoned salt, and 1/2 teaspoon of garlic powder. So I'm just going to add all that in. I'm going to take my tablespoon here and mix it all together. Then we just take a freezer bag, put all the meat in the bag, add our marinade mixture, let's see if we could scrape the rest of that in. Seal that baby up most of the way, and I try to get as much air out of it as possible. So now we just mix this up. So the next step is to take the meat, put it in the fridge, let it marinate overnight. After that, we're going to take it out, set it into the air fryer. We're going to set it on dehydrate. We're going to let it go for 5 or 6 hours. That's how long it takes to make beef jerky. So let's get this in the fridge, and then I'll be back tomorrow to finish this up. So I'll see you tomorrow. Have a good night. So now that I've had the meat marinating overnight, what I'm going to do is get it out of the fridge, get it into the air fryer, set it on dehydrate to level, and we're good to go. So it's going to take about 5 or 6 hours in the dehydrator at 155 degrees, and when it comes out, hopefully we're going to have us some nice beef jerky. So let's get that started. Let's get some tongs. And let's get the trays we're going to need ready. We're going to be using the crisper tray. And we're going to be using the broiler tray. And just to play it safe, I'm going to put a little avocado oil on the crisping tray and the broiling tray just to make sure that nothing sticks. Just a spritz. Man, it smells delicious. I'm going to try to put as much on here as I can. I'm going to push this off on the side here. Bring in the broiling tray. Spray a little bit of avocado oil on there. And continue on. And there's almost 2 pieces. There's a big piece right there. Oof. Hoping we can get it all in there in one shot. Move them a little bit closer. Every piece counts. There's only 2 pieces left. We got to squeeze them in somewhere. Nah, it's a little guy. We get him. Make room for me, the little guy. Let's put this off on the side. So now what I want to do is I want to add a little more cracked pepper on top. Here's that little place to open it, right there. I'm going to put this one on level 4. Bring this one over. Add a little more cracked pepper. This one's going to go on level 2. I'm going to turn the power on. We're going to set the function to dehydrate. We're going to switch to 2 level. It says level 2 and 4. It says 150. We're going to raise that temp up to 155. There it is. It's on 6 hours. And we're just going to hit start. Now there's about a 90-second preheat, but I really don't care about it. I'm putting them in, starting it up, and just letting it do its thing. And I'll see you in about 6 hours. Okay, so I had them in the dehydrator almost 5 hours, about 4 hours and 50 minutes, and I checked on them and they looked ready. So I took them out and now we're going to try it. Texture is good. Wow. Flavor is excellent. I can't believe how this Ninja Foodi air fryer oven just, there's nothing it can't do. Now this is the 4th function. This is the dehydrate function, and it's perfect. I mean, there's nothing better than when you can make something homemade. I'm just amazed by this air fryer oven. It just, there's nothing it can't do. All right, now we tried dehydrate. We are 4 for 4. So if you like what you see, don't forget to hit that subscribe button and ring that bell for notifications. Until next time, this is FrankieG, the Cooking Cowboy, signing off. Unbelievable. Sayonara.